A man deliberately drove his car close to mine. This made me unable to open my car door smoothly, so the man had a legitimate reason to offer help. He was holding an umbrella-shaped taser. After I completely lost consciousness, the man tied my hands and feet tightly. He prepared to drag me to a deserted place. When I opened my eyes, I was already lying in Richard's car. I immediately tried to call 911 with my watch phone, but Richard seemed to have expected it long ago. He told me this place was a desolate mountain. How could there be a signal? At that moment, I remembered I always carried a knife. The knife was hidden in my pocket. To avoid Richard noticing, I chatted with him while cutting the rope. Soon I freed myself from the rope and quickly stabbed Richard with the dagger. The car lost control and swerved left and right. Finally, it crashed into a big tree. Fortunately, I only suffered minor injuries. After getting out of the car, I immediately cut the rope on my feet. At this time, Richard also came behind me. He said it was useless for me to run away now, because I had already been injected with a muscle relaxant. This drug would make people completely lose mobility within 20 minutes. However, I refused to sit still and wait for death. Instead, I ran deep into the forest behind me. Strenuous exercise made the drug take effect quickly. Soon my fingers began to stiffen. To keep track of my physical condition, I quickly set a 20-minute countdown, but only 10 minutes had passed. My right leg began to fail me. Richard would catch up soon. I thought it better to find a place to hide. Unfortunately, I hid in an ant nest. Soon ants crawled all over my body, biting me crazily. When Richard left slowly without noticing anything wrong, hearing the noise, Richard quickly came over. I used my last strength, dragging my almost unconscious body. I crawled into the fast-flowing river. Richard could only watch me drift away from a distance. More than 10 minutes later, I luckily grabbed a big tree, then slowly climbed onto the bank. At this time, the anesthetic in my body completely took effect. This situation put me in greater danger. Sure enough, an old man with a white beard came towards me.